I had a teacher in high school whose favorite maxim was, "You don't know something until you've written about it." Research and the writing of nonfiction became an important part of my life at Dartmouth and ever since. I was in ROTC in college and majored in Chinese, so it was natural, if unusual, that I was commissioned as a naval intelligence officer at graduation. I made intelligence my career, 20 years in the Navy, then another 24 in CIA and other agencies. My first book, China as a Maritime Power, came out in 1983. From my work in Chinese, I knew there was plenty of primary source Chinese material available, and from my work in intelligence, I realized it would be possible to go through intelligence reports on the Chinese Navy and ask for them to be declassified. For 5 years, I ran the Navy's worldwide Human Intelligence Network, ONI's SPIES. So it was natural, once I retired in 2014, to write a memoir, which I entitled Knowing the Enemy. I had not been to church since I was a kid, but in my latter 40s I found myself drawn to Christianity. The final book of the New Testament, Revelation, had puzzled me, so in retirement I researched and wrote a history of the book, which I called Testing the Apocalypse. It was all a bit much for the pastor of the church I was attending. He never read the book, but he kicked me out of the Bible study group I had been teaching. So I've done 2 more books on New Testament history and 1 on Islam. If you read Matthew, Mark, and Luke, you find lots of the same stories. I couldn't find a book that took these 122 sets of parallel passages and put them side by side on the page for comparison. So I wrote a study guide called Comparing the Gospels. My latest book I called The Q Source, Discovering the Earliest Recorded Words of Jesus. My old intelligence skills came in handy here. Is there a theme in all this writing, an objective? It's personal in a way. I find serious questions of history that interest me. If I find explanations for how things got the way they are, explanations that are not common knowledge, I do the research and write something. You don't know about something until you've written about it.